Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. So it was just announced that TNT might be doing a Teen Titans live action show just called Titans. So this video is going to be a breakdown of what's going on with that deal and what the show might look like. In the tradition of Arrow, it would just be called Titans. It's not being done by the same group of people that are doing Arrow and the Flash, but they have announced a couple of the characters and said, what the state of the production is. Hello to any new people. If you're just finding me for the first time, there are 4 new DC Comics TV shows coming this fall, including Gotham, Arrow, The Flash, and Constantine. I'm going to be doing videos for all of them, so be sure to subscribe to get everything. It's going to be a really fun season. Whenever they announced the Teen Titans news, a bunch of you guys asked me questions on Twitter and Facebook. The biggest being, who's on the team, and is it going to connect with the other DC TV shows? Right now, they've only named 3 team members, including Nightwing, Starfire, and Raven. The same way that Arrow and the Flash have been casting superheroes, they use their real names. So like the Teen Titans show lists Nightwing as Dick Grayson. Like they cast Dick Grayson, they didn't cast Nightwing. I know it sounds a little bit weird. It's just like whenever they cast stuff in Hollywood, they usually list like the actual person's name. They don't list like the alias. Right now there are no official plans to connect it to the DC TV universe in the way that Arrow, the Flash, Constantine, and Gotham are all loosely connected. It's really up to TNT how much they want to connect with those other shows, but it's a different network, and really, to be honest, only Arrow and The Flash have confirmed they're doing full-blown crossovers, and that's because they're both on the same network. They're both on the CW. I'll explain how the DC TV universe is going to work in a sec, but essentially, this new Teen Titans show would be a 1-hour drama. Basically, all the big DC TV shows right now are 1-hour dramas. The current state of the production deal is that it's still at the pilot stage, meaning that TNT is still waiting to approve the pilot for production. If they say yes, TNT would pay like $4 or $5 million to Warner Brothers to produce a pilot episode. Then if TNT greenlit the series, they would basically give them like a couple episode order. If those go well, then they'd pick it up for a full season. In each season thereafter, they just pick it up or cancel it for a full season. That's typically the way TV shows work. There's no confirmation as to whether they're planning this as like a 10 episode thing or 20 episode or 23 like it is on the CW. Each network is just a little bit different. They do want this Teen Titans show to work, and the mere fact that it was announced publicly means that there's a really good chance that it's all going to work out just fine. Right now, the only real exception with all these new shows is that Gotham on Fox, whenever they basically paid the dump truck of money to Warner Brothers to produce the series, picked it up for like a full series when it was still at the pilot stage. It usually doesn't happen that way. Usually it takes a couple episodes before a show gets picked up for a full season. TNT doesn't have Fox levels of money to throw around, but they do need a superhero genre show to pull in a slightly younger demographic. If you want to know what the show might look like, just think about the other shows that TNT is running right now and how a new superhero drama might fit in with those. So let's just take a look at what's on TNT right now. Sean Bean's show Legends, that's brand new, Major Crimes, Murder in the First, Perception, Cold Justice, and then reruns of Supernatural, Smallville, and other young demo shows. TNT right now is like the informative murder porn channel. For those that haven't watched that South Park episode, you should totally watch it. It's on Hulu for free. So any superhero show they would do would probably combine some of the feel of their syndicated shows, for the younger demo, with some of the gritty hardcore aspects of informative murder porn that older people watch. Just to give you an idea of what TNT programs for, it's essentially people ages 25 to 54, usually skewing towards the older end of that demographic. The mere fact that they want to do a superhero show implies that they're trying to pull in younger viewers, and most people that watch those shows are in the 18 to 34 demographic. So imagine like a bloodier, more sexed up version of Arrow. I mean, it's on TNT, which is cable, so they have a lot more latitude with what they can show, but essentially Warner Brothers isn't going to let them do like an informative murder porn TV show. A good analog to think of is Gotham on Fox. Gotham is a network show, and they want it to be really dark, really gritty because it is Batman. But since that's a major network, they have a lot more considerations in terms of censorship that they have to deal with. The other strike, I think, in its favor is that TNT isn't making an animated show marketed to children. It just means they won't have to pull as many punches in terms of what they show on TV. So the other big question I've seen you guys ask is, who is writing this? Who's behind it? It's not the same team that's behind Arrow and The Flash. The 2 writers that are on the project are Akiva Goldsman and Mark Hames. Most people remember Goldsman as the person that wrote Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. Those aren't necessarily strikes in his favor, but he also wrote on Fringe for a long time, so I'm optimistic. Hames isn't really known for his writing. He used to be an executive at DreamWorks. I don't know that he still is. Essentially, the story for that pilot episode has already been written. That's how they sold the project. They would have had to write an entire story first. TNT is really just finalizing the deal, so this is happening, but it doesn't guarantee that the show is going to make it to series. If you remember during the Smallville era, Warner Brothers tried to get a Blue Beetle show off the ground. They even shot a pilot episode. Jeff Johns totally brought footage to Comic-Con, but it never turned into a series. So there have been big DC TV shows that just fizzled out in various stages of development. In terms of what the story of that pilot might be, I'm guessing that it's going to be something of an origin story, just because they've only listed 3 characters, otherwise they would have had the full team. So whenever it picks up, they probably won't be the Teen Titans. And since it's on TNT with the slightly older skewing demo, I'm picturing, mid to late 20-something characters. So this won't be a high school version of Teen Titans. It's not going to be like Buffy. And the other big question is which characters are they going to bring on? Obviously, The Flash is going crazy with superheroes in season 1, but because TNT is a different network, I think it's going to be a little bit different. Whenever Arrow first started, it really took its time introducing characters from the comics. Even though the Titan show will probably share some DNA with those shows, I don't expect to see a lot of new Titans members in season 1. I do expect that we'll see one of the big comic book villains, though. There is no way you can do a big comic book series with a big comic book team without having a big comic book villain. Here's a couple possibilities for villains I think that they could use. There's Trigon. Obviously, they're doing Raven. They could do Trigon. There's Hive, the organization, Vandal Savage, Cheshire, and the Calculator. I don't think that Warner Brothers would let them use Deathstroke just because Arrow already did the character, but he is one of the more infamous Teen Titans villains. Whenever new shows inside the DC universe want to use characters, they have to get approved by Warner Brothers and DC Comics. For example, during the Arrow panel at Comic-Con, Andrew Kreisberg said that initially when they were planning Arrow Season 3, they wanted to use Ted Kord as the Blue Beetle. They'd already laid all these Kord Industries Easter eggs everywhere, so it's only natural they'd bring him on eventually. But Warner Brothers said, we have other plans for that character, so naturally they made Brandon Routh's character the Ray Palmer Atom. So rethinking Kreisberg's comment about the Blue Beetle makes me wonder if this new Titan show is going to incorporate Ted Kord. It's not a confirmation or anything, but Warner Brothers did have other plans, quote unquote, for a live-action Ted Kord, and it's probably not going to be for Batman vs. Superman. Of course, if everything works out, eventually I'd love to see Tim Drake, Beast Boy, Wonder Girl, Superboy join the team. The long shots are Superboy and Wonder Girl, just because Superman and Wonder Woman's personas have typically been film only. It is totally possible we could see a TV version of Connor Kent someday, probably not that soon, just because you'd have to explain Superman in the new TV universe first, then Lex Luthor, and it just makes things so much more complicated. I know you guys will say that Smallville totally did all those characters, but think of the new DC TV universe as beginning with Arrow. Like Arrow is the progenitor for all these new modern shows, so everything has to be reintroduced for the first time again, just like in the comics after the New 52 reboot. That doesn't even begin to get into what is canon, what is not canon across all these networks. Essentially, they're loosely based together, like all the 4 ones that I'll be doing videos for. This Titans one is kind of uncertain right now. That means that older shows like Smallville aren't canon anymore, so consider those stories as like an alternate universe. So, big question for you guys, who do you want the villain to be in this new Teen Titans show? Remember, it can't really be someone that's been used by another network recently. Each network isn't doing characters that the other networks are doing. So since we're within like the 4-week premiere period of some of these TV shows, I'm going to be doing bonus videos starting next week for all of them. So subscribe to get everything. It'll be Gotham, Arrow, Flash, and Constantine. If you do have any special video requests for any of these TV shows, just write it in the comments. But right now, you can click here for my breakdown of the latest Arrow Season 3 trailer, and you can click here to learn about some of the new Flash villains coming in Season 1. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys tonight. High fives.